20 minutes exactly to go till it's 2 p.m. in Central African time. Welcome to the Upside. You and I are in each other's company until 5 p.m. for the festive edition of the program, and at least until tomorrow. So for more than 2 decades, learnerships have changed South Africa in many ways when we look at how they've opened doors to work experience, formal qualifications and real chances at long-term employment. Yet despite their proven impact, they continue to be overlooked and underestimated. Learnerships remain one of the strongest tools that we have as a country to close the experience gap, especially for young people and unemployed South Africans who are locked out of the job market simply because they lack workplace exposure. Learnerships do not only benefit learners who earn while they learn, they also create value for businesses through skilled talent pipelines, I want to say, as well as tax incentives. So let's talk about learnerships. Let's get an understanding as to how learnerships can really empower individuals and also empower workspaces alike. Lindokuhle Ndlovu is joining me on the line in their capacity as marketing officer for learnerships at the Skills Development Corporation. Lindokuhle, welcome to Channel Africa. Pleasure to talk to you.
Pleasure talking to you, and compliments to the new year.
Happy 2026. And I'm really excited that we're talking about learnerships, and also just looking at the fact that 2 decades of learnerships is what we're looking at. That's quite a long time. Why do you think they are still undervalued as a skill development space in South Africa?
Well, I'll be honest. I think there's a huge stigma with regards to learnerships. There's a lot of misunderstanding as well when it comes to learnerships. Learnerships are for 12 months, and they require that individuals come on board and actually attend the classroom as well as also going into the workplace. So learnerships, instead of them being seen as either a plan B for people that did not get into university, learnerships should be actually seen for what they are, and they are a way for you to get into the job market.
Absolutely. Perhaps also in that, Lindokuhle, we're just failing to understand what the benefit is, the opportunities that learnerships offer unemployed young people, if they, for whatever reason, were not able to get into traditional education spaces. So perhaps let's talk about that. What spaces do learnerships offer young people in workspaces?
Right. So more practical on the job jobs, because that's what a learnership gives you as a learner, right? A learner coming from matric, for example, or somebody who's been unemployed for a while. First of all, a learnership is able to get you off of your couch if you've been unemployed for a while, to actually get into the classroom. But not only that, you're also able to participate in the work environment, meaning you are exposed to industry aligned situations. So you are better off for an employer having done a learnership rather than having been at home and doing nothing, because you would be equipped with responses, knowing how to communicate well, knowing all the soft skills that we actually teach you, and knowing industry, information, and knowing how to get customers, for example, is one of the ways that we teach you as well through the
Right.
training.
Okay. So who qualifies then? Who qualifies to apply for learnerships? And, how do I then choose a program? Maybe I really am confused about what I want to do when I leave a learnership program. Who qualifies and how do I choose a program?
Right. So in terms of who qualifies, it is really a young unemployed individual between the age of 18 to 28 years old. It is a triple BEE, a sort of like action in the education space. So we do look for individuals that are African, Indian, and colored, right? Under the skills development scope, right? And we look for individuals that are either living with the disability, previously advantaged individuals that are living with disability, or individuals that are abled, and are looking for employment opportunities. But let me not leave out the willingness to finish what you start is also another something else that we look for in an individual, right? Somebody who will finish the learnership, show up on time, and have the ambition that you need, and the positivity and the will, right? In terms of who exactly, sorry, you had asked who qualifies and how do they choose which qualification they go with. We
Yes.
have an amazing way of recruiting at SDC, right? We ensure that whenever we go into the communities or somebody comes to our campus here in Sandton, we are able to do an assessment. And this assessment, it shouldn't scare people. It's just to find out your literacy level, just to find out, how you are vocally when you respond to questions. We do that assessment where you need to get that 80% in order to pass it, and then you're able to do an interview afterwards, so that we find out, what the learner is interested in, so that we don't say we're putting you in a course that you are not interested in. For example, if you've never been interested in IT, the last thing we're going to do is throw you in the deep end when you've never used a laptop or used a computer or created something with Word. So we look at who you are, we do interviews, assessments, and we find you a course that you'd be interested in.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we're going to delve deeper into the story of the corporation, as it were, and unpacking learnerships. Okay. Looking at it under the lens of learnerships at the Skills Development Corporation. Lindokuhle Ndlovu is joining me on the line, and we're going to continue our conversation after this.
Madapiri pazoshitika. Madapiri pazoshitika.
Inogeka zingeni chihana lumbiritsidwa kukhala wachiwiri kwa mtsogoleri wa dziko la Malawi pa mwambo omwe unachitika ku nyumba ya chifumu ya Sanjika mu mzinda wa Blantyre. Ndipo pano tili ndi olemekezeka achihana. Takulandirani olemekezeka pano pa wireless ya Channel Africa pa Chinyanja Service. Malawi ayembekezere zotani kuchokera kwa inu ngati wachiwiri winanso kwa president wa dzikolo?
Choyamba ngati vice president umagwira ntchito yopatsidwa ndi president imene yakuganizira. Ndiye malowozi athu atipatsa bwinobwino, koma ntchito yathu yayikulu ndi kuwathandiza president kuti masomphenya awo yakwanitsidwe. Pali zambiri zoti zichitike, nkhani ya njala mdziko muno, boma la udakali chimanga ndi china chomwe chili mdziko muno kuti tithandize families are affected. Chachiwiri kunali ma fuel shortages amene akanaliponso apo ndi apo, tionetsetse kuti pumps athu asakhale dry.
Zoshitika pa nthawi ya 6 koloko kufikira 7 koloko madzulo. Lolemba mpaka lachisanu ndi Madapiri.
Darubini ya Afrika na I am Henry Shakif.
Tumeona chapisho mapema hii leo ya kwamba Wizara ya Mambo ya Nje ya nchini Marekani imesema inapitia upya uhusiano wake na nchi ya Tanzania. Pengine taarifa hii imepokelewaje na wananchi wa Tanzania?
Cha kwanza tumeiona taarifa ambayo imetoka hii leo. Sisi kwetu taarifa hii haikutushangaza wala haikutushtua, kwa sababu tulishaona taarifa kama hiyo imetoka kwenye ubalozi wa Marekani nchini Tanzania, ikiwa imetolewa na Bwana Tom Pigot.
Umezungumza kwa kina kabisa. Haya ni malalamiko ambayo yamekuwa yakijitokeza mara kwa mara. Unadhani sasa wana hoja ya msingi?
Unauliza maswali mazuri sana na maswali ya tafakari. Maswali ambayo hayawezi kujibiwa kwa dakika moja au kwa siku moja. Ni maswali yanayohitaji utafiti, yanayohitaji kusoma.
Darubini ya Afrika kila Jumatatu hadi Ijumaa kuanzia saa 11 kamili. Saa 12 kamili jioni majira ya Afrika ya Kati.
The Upside, taking the African perspective to fresh levels.
Welcome back. 10 minutes to go till it's 2 p.m. On the line with Lindokuhle Ndlovu. We are talking learnerships and looking at it from the lens of the Skills Development Corporation and the work that they are doing there. Lindokuhle, let's talk about how learnerships can assist people without prior work experience to build confidence and workplace readiness, which is very, very important.
Right, very, very important. So work readiness is the first week that our learners, let's say now you've been a learner and you are interested and you found us luckily, by the grace of God. And then you're in our building, you then would have your first week as the work readiness program, where we take you through, etiquette as a learner, because obviously we are aware that different learners are coming from have different backgrounds, right? We teach you how to communicate well. We teach you how to have flexibility and adaptability in the workplace, right? Meaning new technologies that might come on. How do you respond to that? How do you respond to changing environments in a workplace? Because young people might not have been exposed before to that. Etiquette as well, hygiene, making sure that you do your yearly maintenance of making sure you brush your teeth, you look okay, you smell nice. And also just teamwork as well and collaboration, how to be impactful in the workplace as well. So when it comes to this question, I'd like to just also mention that in South Africa in general, we have quite a big problem because of the unemployment rate and where it is. A lot of young people cannot get jobs because they don't have the experience. So what the learnership offers is a 12-month opportunity for you to actually be at a workplace that we find for you, with real people in that industry, with a real boss that has a weekly meeting with you and is able to refer you after the program. After you've graduated, they're able to either absorb you, give you employment, or refer you somewhere else. Or they can serve as somebody in the industry who can be your contact in your CV.
Okay. Learnerships are, it's such an untapped resource. And I see that, the SDC, as it were, is an accredited learning institution, B-BBEE aligned qualifications. Yes. And you are also, you've got campuses in Johannesburg and Cape Town, as I understand it.
And Cape Town.
Yes.
Correct. So we've assisted over 21,000 young people who are now in the job market, who are in that space. Some are managers, some are now senior managers, and especially in the Cape Town area as well, we've had some clients that we assisted over there. But we are very much in Cape Town and in the Gauteng area.
Absolutely. Okay, I actually wanted to just elaborate on that in terms of, the industries that perhaps you specialize in, because we're getting we're in a very critical time of the year where people are looking for these types of opportunities. So are you industry specific?
So we are in the soft skills. So we actually would deal with people that are working almost in all the sectors, because we have great relationships with all the sectors. Right. So you're manufacturing, etc. But we are actually one of the leading organizations in this space. In fact, there's QCTO that's come on board, which is the Quality Council for Trades and Occupation, that's literally just innovated the whole industry, meaning the training industry, training providers industry. And we even have an exam center that's approved by QCTO. So so we assist, we are in every CETAs that you can think of, and we have great relationships with them as well. Okay.
I'm currently on the sdcorp.co.za, which is your website. Yes. Please help me navigate it. If I am looking to get information on opportunities for 2026, help me navigate. Where do I go? Do I start with the student hub? Do I go to the about page? How do I navigate my way through?
Yes, so that's becoming, you see right at the top, it says become a learner or become a client, right? Obviously, if you would like, as a business owner, if you would like us to have a look and skim through your skills development and help you with a scorecard, you may go through to becoming a client, right? And then it will lead you to the right people to actually give you a call. But if you would like to get yourself a learnership and you are at home and you're looking for great opportunities and also a nice, call it great company and community, then you would be in the right place, and then you would tap becoming a learner. And then everything else from there, you would write your details and we have our team to actually get back to you. Okay. Alternatively, we are on all socials as well, including Facebook.
Okay, so look, Google is your friend, okay? Just search for Skills Development Corporation or SD Corp, and they will be able to appear with all their social media handles, and of course the website where you can navigate using the Become a Learner tab on the website. Lindokuhle, thank you for the information. I think this was very, very helpful, especially at this time of the year. All the best with the Learnership program for 2026.
Thank you so much. God bless. We are the difference.
You are the difference. They call it MAD, make a difference.
Make a difference, yeah. SDC, we are the difference. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you, Lindokuhle Ndlovu, Marketing Officer for Learnerships at the Skills Development Corporation.